I know. I have 5 viewers on Twitter, it looked like.
And we're live again.
All right, are we sure? Let's see if the sound's working this one more time. One more time.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk and test too.
Yeah, you need to talk. And we're seeing this is a sound check. We're doing sound checks. If you listen to the podcast, this is not the show. This is the sound check.
Okay. All right, we're good.
What?
Turn that off. That hurt my head.
What are you talking about? I don't have anything going right now.
Oh, then where am I hearing myself from twice?
I don't know. I don't have anything playing.
Can anybody else hear the voice in my head?
I think
Hold
that's
on.
only you, Sean. Have
Every
another.
time something is said, it's echoed again.
I don't know. I was actually looking for our video. I haven't found it yet.
Skype had an update, and
Oh, I just heard it echo through your stuff.
yeah, so
That's odd. Are you sure I'm in the... Oh, here we go. I'm on video. For our video. I haven't found it yet.
Skype had an update.
All right, you can hear both of us. So I think we just go with it, even though you got echoes. You ready to start the show?
Say
Nope.
something.
Say something. Are you ready to start the show?
Hang on. Or now say something.
Still waiting to start the show. Still starting the show.
You go ahead and start while I figure this out.
That's scary. All right, everybody, welcome to SoundUp Sound Off, the only podcast from SoundUpNow.com that happens on Tuesdays that we are aware of. If there's ever another podcast, we'll figure it out. Somebody else is like going rogue with our company stuff. Sean's trying to figure out some sound things going on in his head. It could just be the voices that he hasn't gotten used to yet. But for the rest of us, we are going to dive right into the show as soon as he gives me a nod.
Just
To
keep
ask.
going.
Nope. Nope. Still riffing.
Can you hear this?
I can't.
Wait a
I
second.
can't hear any of the echo thing. Is there something wrong with your AirPods? Maybe it's the AirPods.
Wait a second.
No.
Maybe it's just the left AirPod.
Maybe it's just your left AirPod. You're going backwards hat.
Hold on.
Looks like I'm at a cookout right now. I'll tell you
Clap
that
your
much.
hands.
If you're listening.
Clap. Here, we're testing technology. Clap your hands right after I clap mine. You ready?
Did it go like?
No, it's a big delay. Like I just heard
By
a
the
motorcycle
way,
go by.
I was gonna say. By the way, I'm outside.
I just heard a motorcycle go by again.
Oh no, it only went by once. So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Can you take one AirPod out? Would that help? Take one AirPod out. How about now? Do we have the double thing? What if we take out the right one? Oh, that's the one you were speaking into.
It's only in the left one.
Okay.
Nope. Never
All right.
mind.
What? Are you sure? Are we good?
I might just be losing my mind. This is just let's just go. I'll just
Okay, we're
maybe
just gonna
answer you
go.
twice sometimes.
All right, that's all right. We'll be answering twice. So anyway, this show where we usually ask questions and apparently do some technical and audio difficulty troubleshooting at the beginning for the first 3 minutes. But getting right into it, so we found out that there was a top 10 tweet of basically technology innovations that are like the most, or I guess the top 10 technology innovations moving forward that can have the most impact on society. One of them, in fact, number 2 on the list, was growing meat in labs for us to consume. So instead of animal meat, it was growing meat in labs. Are you thinking, Sean, that is a top 2? It was in the number 2 spot, right after AR, augmented reality, growing meat in labs for human consumption.
I saw this a couple of years ago, and I actually saw it, and it grossed me out pretty bad. I watched people eat it. They said it tasted normal, but they had this look on their face of like, it doesn't feel normal to be tasting this. So I'm not a fan of it. I'm also not a fan of things like the Impossible Burger. I don't know. I thought we were
Yeah,
trying to
but
move away from processed food and get into organic, and it's now we're trying to not just process but just create.
just
So
create it from scratch.
yeah,
It doesn't make any sense to me either. I'm a good old like tomorrow night. I got some fillets that I bought specifically for tomorrow night to cook up. Like I'm a cow, chicken, pig person. So my dad grew up on a farm. I don't know why not. I actually as a kid, you probably didn't even know this. I actually had a barn in the house. Like I grew up like elementary age. Like I had a barn in the backyard. We had a full field. We grew watermelons, corn, green beans, peas, had raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry bushes, and an apple tree. Even grew pumpkins one year. This is all in Kentucky, by the way.
I had we had blackberries. We had
Aren't
that.
they good? Oh my gosh! We had blackberry raspberry bushes. They were awesome, awesome, awesome. But anyway, I agree with you. Yeah, process meat's bad enough, and now you're trying to just grow it in labs. Just doesn't. It seems a step away from human, which makes it weird because if you ever grow a human and then but we're eating the meat to start with that you grow, like I don't like where that all is going. That just
Right.
sounds kind of a scary world to that. All right, moving on to something a little bit happier. And then we'll do sad, and then we'll do happy. So move to something happier. So I was super excited that apparently, Sean, we have an audience that listens to our podcast from ESPN. I'm assuming they're like avid listeners to our podcast because about a month ago, right when we went into quarantine, we talked about we think it would be cool if they're canceling all the sports stuff that they should have like athletes playing each other in like video games of the sport that they play and like having competitions. And lo and behold, they started doing things like this as far as virtual racing with NASCAR. And we've seen NBA players playing 2K against each other as themselves. And I even watched a horse tournament. So I don't know, have you caught any of this kind of esports or temporary sports is more like it, where our high level, professional athletes around the country are participating in some sort of spectacle that can be broadcast on TV for us to watch? Have you watched any of it?
I watched a little bit of the NASCAR thing. That got weird. And then I watched the basketball thing. And, the basketball, I don't know. I mean, it just kind of, it's like if you ever, when Twitch first came out, I got on Twitch and I was like, this is just dudes playing each other in video games. It wasn't really, I mean, it's better than nothing. I like how they're going and just trying things. Esports is kind of a big deal, but I'm not going to fault them for trying, but it was weird. The volume was weird in different places. Like they were way louder than the video game, but I kind of, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I watched so I caught 2 days ago. I watched a horse competition. So they're having different athletes or different basketball players play each other in horse, both from the WNBA and the NBA. And so it was Chris Paul, and I forget her name from the WNBA. I think it was Christine something, and she actually won. I guess where I got disappointed. So basically they had an announcer, like one of the sportscaster guy, like in the center frame, and then they would cut to shots. Basically they were on Zoom or Skype or whatever they were using, and they were able to all talk to each other. So it was either a Zoom or GoToMeeting, and they had like a camera person operating, like I think they had a laptop open, and then they had like somebody on a phone that was kind of following them around. So you had Chris Paul and the WNBA player, and then the sportcaster in the middle, and they kept cutting different shots. But I just didn't feel like I guess if I'm watching horse from an NBA player, I want to see some NBA level stuff. I want to see the 1990s, early 90s commercial of Michael Jordan and Larry Bird with the McDonald's commercial, and they're like nothing but net, and they're hitting it off like the roof and like the beamer and that kind of stuff. Not playing horse like I play horse against my kids, and that's what it was. It was like the shots were like one. It was just like a 3-point shot, like just a wing 3-point shot, and one was like hold your left leg and shoot one-handed. Like I knew that stuff. I want to see some NBA, WNBA level stuff in a horse game. That's where I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah. So when they did the horse, were they in the same court or are they two different courts?
They're each at their home court. That's why I'm saying they have like a GoToMeeting or Skype, and she was at her house on her basketball court. Chris Paul was on his basketball court at his house, and then there was an announcer like at home in the middle that was talking to both of them. and they
Yeah,
could all hear each other.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I feel like that's better than some of the things that I've seen. But basketball's really the only sport that has stuff like that, aren't they? That like a
But
horse game.
I want to see them do some trick stuff. Well, I don't know. Like I've seen trick hockey shots, one-on-one shots. Okay, they should be having, like all-star weekends where they have those kind of play competitions, like the football, the all-star weekend or the Pro Bowl, I mean, for NFL, and they're throwing like at targets and that kind of stuff. Like they should have them doing like this level of professional sports stuff, not like just regular people stuff. That's just my opinion. I expect more. I expect more, Chris Paul. That's why I'm talking to you. If you're listening, Chris Paul, I expect more out of your horse game than mine.
Interesting.
Moving on. Let's move.
I don't know
move
what
on
I did, but I plugged these in, no audio. The echo has stopped, but as soon as I put this one on my ear again, the echo came back. I'm just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. I feel better.
I hope they can still hear both of us.
They should.
Okay. All right. Let's get over your.
I was starting to feel sick to my stomach. I mean, it was. That echo pedal I used to have. If you would have left that on and had a conversation, would have been annoying.
Okay.
We're good now.
I mean, I can feel you. But all right. Well, I hope you're doing better. So for this next one, as I found out when I was bringing this topic to Sean's attention for the show, is that apparently this could be a spoiler alert. So if you're listening on the podcast or watching this live, we apologize for any spoilers you did not know about movies that existed over 2 years ago and before. So there's a shot he's going to put up on screen. This is trending on Twitter right now. And we're supposed to pick which one of these movie scenes made us the saddest. Which one made you the saddest? Can we get it on the screen? Or I can't see the screen.
It is on the screen now, and I've only seen one of these movies, so I will go with that one.
I have a delay. I do have the stream up on my computer at the moment, so I was kind of waiting to see, so I can see exactly where.
If the Lion King movie didn't make you sad or angry, then there was something wrong with you. I think the other one is the Meatball movie, Cloudy the Chance of Meatballs, or is that Up?
Oh, there it is.
Is that one
okay?
Up, or is the Meatball movie?
Okay, well, wait. It's kind of sad because you don't know the movies. Yes. So at the top right, of course, we have Tony
I only
Stark
know Disney movies.
Which is a Disney movie, which is Avengers Endgame. And then we have to Tony Stark's left, we have Coco, which is I think it's on the Disney app or it's on Netflix. Coco. No, it's on Disney. Coco is also a Disney movie. These are all 4 Disney movies, in fact. So Coco is an awesome movie, and that's top left where the grandmother dies. And then we have Mufasa at the bottom right.
Spoiler alert. Gee. How do I know the kid didn't die? Leave some suspense in it.
And the bottom left, the lady that's sick in the bed is the one that dies. And that is from the movie Up. Okay, should we guess each other's? Well, you haven't seen all these movies. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with you? You have kids? How have you not seen all these movies?
I don't think any of these movies were really out when my kids were at movie age.
Yeah, our daughters are almost the same. Coco and Up.
I don't know this Coco. Is it about hot chocolate?
No, the kid that plays guitar, the Hispanic kid, and he goes to. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's a really good movie.
Segment for you.
It's actually a really good movie. You really did.
Wait. Is that the one where like he plays guitar, but there's like skeletons dancing and like?
Yeah, it's like
I saw the preview for that.
Los Dias de la Muerta celebration thing, and then he goes to the afterlife, and then he brings back and he finds there's this whole like murder mystery thing. It was a really cool, well done movie, and the music rocked. So yeah, okay. So I've seen all 4. So let's go this way. We're going to take the segment a different direction because Sean is ridiculous and hasn't seen all these movies. So Sean's going to try and guess which one of these scenes made me the saddest, as I have seen all 4.
Iron Man.
Incorrect.
Oh, then it had to be Lion King, but that,
Incorrect.
Oh, then you have no heart.
I said which one made me sad. They all made me sad. I'm an emotional guy at movies. Actually, I'm a super emotional guy at movies. It's my sensitive side. I actually probably cried at all four of these movies.
I've
But
never cried
but
in a movie.
but
I don't have a heart actually.
probably one of these one of these made me the most sad within the movie. And you've named two, so you're down to two. 50-50 shot right now.
I'm gonna go with the Coco.
Nope. Oh my gosh. 0 for 3. It was actually Up. I don't know what it was, but if you watch the opening scene of Up, I remember taking my son. You're right. This was before Greenlee. This was my son. I remember taking my son to this when he was younger. It was the most devastatingly sad movie that I had ever seen created by Disney. Ever. It opens up the scene of like these two meeting each other, falling in love, growing up together, talking about the adventure they're going to have, and ends within the first like 5 minutes of the movie with her dying. And they hadn't done anything. It was it's the saddest series in a cartoon movie in the first 5 minutes of a movie I have ever seen in my life.
I don't
was
know.
like,
For as popular as the movie is, I'm gonna throw this out. He's gonna paint me red. So that's violent. Right, I'm still on a call with people. I am red. All right, well. You're showing off. They're running there. Shut the door.
Go wipe you.
Okay. There was a movie on recently that I think is a lot more sad than people realize. You gotta shut the door if it turn back on. Yeah, no. You opened the door more just now. Okay, we have to shut the door first. Okay, shut the door first. All the way. There you go. I think it's just a normal thing people are dealing with nowadays.
it is.
So the movie Frozen. Did you ever see Frozen?
Very sad at the beginning too.
Right.
I agree.
Like that movie was like super popular movie, but I'm like, it shows the caring parents and then they die, and then the saddest part is Elsa straight up leaves her sister for like 10 years alone in a castle. That to me was the sad part. Like, wait, so you mean to tell me from age 3 till 18, I guess, is medieval time. She could have been 14 and got married. I don't know. That she just talked to pictures on the wall and like, I never thought about it.
Dude.
I know. She
I'm
married
right
the first guy she met.
I know. I'm right there with you on Frozen, like for sure. Like I thought that whole video, but
Disney
if you
is really sad. Cinderella, like she becomes a worker because of her mom, and then Bambi, his mom, and what is Disney?
Yeah, you need to go watch Up because I've seen all those movies you're talking about, and I do agree there are some very sad.
I remember the beginning.
You gotta rewatch just the first couple minutes of Up.
I don't like making myself.
They even do it in like a sepia tone. Like it's just like the whole thing is mind-numbingly sad, and I was most upset at that whole sequence of events in that movie. But anyway, all right. Now we're at do you like that? That was the Alexa Skill Stumper segment. New intro. Coming in, and Sean's got some lighting adjustments.
I should probably use things like this for when we do this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on like location. I'm camping apparently.
I am too. I'm on a front porch.
Page out of your book. Oh, we're both on porches. Look at that.
The piano.
So basically, so wait, what did we decide on doing, Alexa Skill Stumper? You said you had something.
I didn't. How about?
No, you said a different industry than what I said.
All right. Nope.
Nope.
Well, I had an idea for a marketing in general type thing. It didn't necessarily involve voice by its own, but it was sort of like.
That's all right. Let's do a comprehensive strategy. We're both. If you don't know, we're both in marketing. Been in marketing for years now. Not just voice, but we've done. We do full spectrum as far as comprehensive marketing strategy. What you got?
So I thought about the NBA 2K and the NASCAR thing, and I just was thinking, if you're a company that has, you don't want people to forget about you, but at the same time, you don't really have anything you can say because maybe you can't offer your service or sell it right now. It would be hilarious if you got like, say you're a spa, okay? What really can you do besides give skin tips to people? But what if you had, I'm trying to think of an industry Okay, gyms, fitness people. What if they did
I
an online
own a gym.
tournament of video games against other gym owners and stuff? So like Gold's Gym versus Planet Fitness versus blah blah blah, and they did sort of like a video game type tournament or something. That would be kind of a neat marketing thing to do. Gather your community a little bit and say, oh, we're doing this company versus this company, spas versus spas. I don't know if spa people are in the video games or not. It's just it's sort of exactly what NBA is doing, but it could be Mario Kart tournament. I don't know. That would be an
Yeah,
interesting kind of thing to see restaurants against restaurants or something. Something fun to do, possibly, just to kind of keep, uh, you know, interest
yeah,
in a
yeah.
business where you can't offer services, just to kind of keep the marketing flow and top of mind. Because if the country does open back up in a month or next month, you know, it could just be something. I don't know. Just a thought.
I think there's so much right now, and so let's take the skill stuff for segment a little bit differently because we can kind of go just broad spectrum with everything going on with COVID. But like I I I would add to that because I think that's good. I think every business needs to kind of innovate in the content that you're putting out, and this can be voice, this can be video, but like as far as like what you're doing for your products and services, some of you are going to have to innovate, like doing something different. For example, there's a liquor distillery around the corner from where we're based out of that started selling hand sanitizer, making their own and like selling hand sanitizer.
Mm-hmm.
There is some bars and restaurants that have upped their menu. I know one in about 30 minutes from where we're based at that started offering growlers. As far as like to be able to sell alcohol, you can't really do to go alcohol like legally, but like if you package it differently, if you package it like a growler, like a take home thing, and they started selling growlers as like as a new marketing thing and being able to get beer out of their restaurants. So like, how are you innovating and thinking like your product service? I know the gym, like I was just saying, I'm an owner in a gym as well, and we created a whole online format by necessity for our existing members, but also just an online platform that's going to continue after we get back to normal and people still go to the gym. We're still going to have an online platform as well. And how you're building content around that. How are you talking about it in voice in your podcast? Flash briefing tips. Do you have a custom Alexa skill? Are you doing video on Facebook and Instagram Live and Facebook Live? Like, are you doing enough content every day to talk about the innovative things that you're doing to help not only your clients and customers, but also just to build your brand? That's what everybody needs to be doing right now, is so much content around their brand, because it's not just sales right now. It's about building your name, your reputation for whatever your business or company is and the community that you're in for the long term. Sorry, that was my rant.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just because you're closed and you can't offer services doesn't mean you shouldn't find a way to at least continue to provide value or entertainment. If you have something, one of the companies that I do, Chris and I, we both have some things outside of SoundUp, that we do, just like everybody on the internet does, I guess. But, there's a company I help do marketing for, and they're a medical spa. They do face stuff. And, one of the girls there went and bought a ring light and set up a whole thing just to do skin tips and videos on different treatments and stuff to help people. Right there. She's not technically making money off that right now, but she could reach some people that she never reached before because of the extra organic reach that she's getting. That might become a customer of hers in a month or two. So,
Yeah.
think of it like that. You know what? A restaurant down the road, we'll shout them out, Bowie's, down the road here on Ocean Boulevard in North Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah.
They
Yep.
contacted a produce company, got a bunch of produce, and opened up a mini grocery store in the restaurant outside to help
Perfect.
give people stuff.
Right.
That's a different idea.
Right.
And they got a news article out of it. And that news article links to their website, which helps their SEO.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's another thing. I mean, we talk about voice, we talk about content, but right now is a great time. A little extra tip for you. What are you doing with like your website, your presence, your digital makeup and footprint online? Like, you probably have time now to put some thought process. Like you said, I mean, Google's constantly changing, SEO is constantly changing. I've been seeing some other videos, but like, put some time into creating the type of footprint needed to better your website presence. I'll let Sean speak to that a little bit more.
I wanted to say one of the things I do with the spa is SEO, and I looked at their competitors. And they all stopped their content. So I took it upon myself, some things that they needed to rank for because they're a new company, a new website, and jumped 94 spots on a very popular thing that only 2 people in the area do, and leapfrogged them because they haven't put anything out since February on their site. And I've been taking her live videos and actually like the product she uses and all that kind of stuff and creating something out of it. And it is, last night I took a screenshot and sent it. I was like, look at this. Look who's ranking number 6. But hey, we were on page like 10, right? 2 months ago. So, yeah, 100%. Look at your competition. If they're not doing anything, take advantage of that. If Google doesn't know what's going on, Google's going to look at this. Their search engine is going to look at stuff and say, and a reason too, take your flash briefings in your podcast and do blog posts around them. Take a past episode, do a blog post about the podcast or a flash briefing. Use the player because Google
use our
is going to see,
widget.
Oh, look, that gym is still putting out blog posts and content. All the other gyms also closed. They're not doing anything. And then Google's going to send them an email. Hey, haven't heard from me in a while. And they're going to be like, well, I'm closed right now. And you just keep going. So
I just did a video. Go ahead. Don't what?
I'll say don't change your hours on Google Business, by the way, to close. Just say open. But change it to like in-store or curbside only or something. I've seen some businesses losing ranking by doing the closing thing.
Right, Google right. Like all of this, like just the fact of like don't stop. Like I did a video on this earlier today. I was just like, you can't just stop and wait. Like you can't stop. This is the time to take opportunity and like take advantage of businesses, competitors
of others.
Are
you about to take advantage of others?
No. Take advantage of other companies that are stopping, and that's the wrong mentality to have right now. You got to keep moving forward and keep innovating and keep taking opportunity, keep putting content out. Take the advantage of time that everybody says they never have. This guy in front of me is or to the side of me this way or whatever, says never has. This is when you have time to put and put effort into the things that just are hard to make a top priority when the day-to-day busyness is so much. Now you have some extra hours, and this is where you need to capitalize on that, is right now. Sidebar, you can cut the Alexa Skill Summer segment. I was going to say this, and now I'm trying to remember exactly. You said something about Google, and it made me think about something. What was it?
Better hurry. It's about to get crazy.
Nope. I lost it. What was it? You said something, and I was about to jump on it, and I didn't want to put it in the segment
because it was about like outside Google and SEO and taking your audio content, posting.
No, that wasn't it. But anyway, you should take advantage of SoundUpNow.com. We do have like.
I hate that actually.
Did you put our little thing on? Did you put the thing on the screen? SoundUpNow.com. Sign up for flash briefings and podcasts. That's not it. That's not the thing I said to put on the screen. That is not SoundUpNow.com. It's just a kid.
My kid hits himself. Why are you hitting yourself?
Yeah. You might recognize. Hey, if you are watching this, if you're not listening to this, this is our child star. If you want to check out his video, go to facebook.com and check out the SoundUp Now page. He's a prodigy, child
Liam,
prodigy.
Tell everybody to subscribe. And tell them hit notification bell. And
say
follow,
sign
share.
Up on
the website. SoundUp Now. What? Sound?
I heard sound up.
He's laughing too hard.
Oh my gosh. All right. Peace out.
All right. Tell everybody bye. Say bye.
Cheers.
Christmas?
Cheers.